The power of your subconscious mind. It said that there's a treasure, there's a power within every human being, that's you, that's me, that when we can access it, it will automatically attract success, money, love, happiness into our life. But first, we have to understand how to actually hijack our subconscious mind so that we can automatically attract what we want into our lives. This video will show you how to do this. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. And let's dive right into it. Number one, your subconscious mind never ever rests. According to Dr. Marcus Raquel at Harvard University, he believes that either your subconscious mind is going to help you or it's going to be a hindrance that will actually block what you want into your life. Now, this channel we talk about the law of attraction. Think about if you're going after to attract something that you want into your life. It's a conscious desire, right? I want to make an extra $100,000. I want to attract my soulmate. I want a new car. I want a new job. I want to live in a new place. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel happier. These are all conscious desires. Conscious meaning that I'm thinking of it in the moment. Whereas the subconscious mind is unconscious. It's a habitual mind that automatically thinks below what we can consciously detect. And so if that is programmed negatively, which if you look around at our world and you look at it as a whole, as one mind, you would think it's probably programmed negatively. 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. 75% of people are living from paycheck to paycheck. About 70% of people said they're actively disengaged from their jobs. We've got wars. We've got stress at higher levels than ever before. There's so much happening that's below the threshold of what we as human beings are truly capable of. Well, that rubs off and affects our subconscious mind. And so the real thing is to understand how it works and how to reprogram it. And so if that sounds like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense, download my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com down below, and you can start to use that to reprogram your subconscious. I've used it for like 6-7 years because I realized that when I was trying to attract what I wanted into my life, you know, when I wanted to build this YouTube channel successfully, when I wanted to build a successful career as an author and an inspirer, it was a conscious desire. It took me 6 years and I was struggling every day. I was giving speeches at coffee shops and open mics. Imagine that this motivational speaker comes up after this local guitarist comes and sings. No one was listening. No one was there. I was struggling so much to get it going. And I had never addressed the real issue. I'd been like, I'm doing my vision boards. I'm working hard. I'm showing up. I have my goals. You want to see them right here? I know what I want. But subconsciously, I was blocking what I wanted because I believed that success and money were bad. I believed that I wasn't that smart. I failed junior English class in high school, so my self-image, it wasn't that high. I believed that I had to absolutely go to college and have a degree in writing to be a successful author. And these things were subconsciously blocking what I wanted. 65,000 thoughts in a day. That's what you and I have, according to psychologists, subconsciously. 65,000 thoughts subconsciously. And what happens every time we have a thought? A thought creates a chemical in the brain. It sends an electrical impulse through the nervous system. Our emotions, energy and motion are emotions that controls how we feel. How we feel and how we think is controlling what we do not do, what we attract into our life. It controls your bank account, your love life, your happiness, your success, all of it. So it's vital for us to actually be able to program the subconscious mind by understanding what it is and how it works. Number two, it's important to note that when we sleep or when we daydream or just before we're going to bed, our conscious mind is actually essentially shutting off. But the subconscious mind is never going to stop. That's why I have so many videos on how to reprogram your subconscious mind before sleep. Some of them have gotten a lot of views. And the reason that I do that is it's one of the most important parts of the day where it's easiest to reprogram the conscious and subconscious aspects of ourselves. So what I invite you to consider is, before you're going to bed, that's when you have the opportunity to really visualize, to really use your affirmations, to listen to my success hypnosis, because there's not as many negative thoughts that counter it, right? Like you might be like, I'm gonna make $100,000 a month, I'm gonna attract my soulmate. And then the conscious mind comes in, or the old habitual subconscious programs are like, yeah, but did you know how bad you sucked last time? That stuff isn't there as much, and we have more direct access to make an impression upon the subconscious mind. So daydreaming isn't bad. We can utilize this time, if we use repetition, to reprogram our subconscious and ourselves. Number 3, by the age of 21, guess what? Your subconscious mind has already stored more information than 100 Encyclopedia Britannicas. Everybody's always like, oh, I don't have a good memory, I don't have this, I'm not smart enough for this. You got a subconscious mind that's perfect, that's all-knowing, that's got genius capabilities to create whatever it is that you want to create. It's just that negative programming blocks that part. Everybody is a genius. The world has just de-geniused us. Yeah, I said it. Everybody is a genius. The world has just de-geniused you. You are a genius. The world just might have de-geniused you. You might just have old condition. Comment that down. Number 4. So your subconscious mind is subjective, meaning that it doesn't have rationalizations and reasoning of its own. It just accepts the commands that are programmed to it. For example, if you heard your parents growing up talking about how money was bad, or you listened to the news about the economy being really bad, or you grew up during the Great Depression, you might have a very limited and scarce view around money. You didn't consciously come to that decision. It's just that the stimuli outside of you, the environment, the information outside of you, the energy outside of you was dominant and made an impression upon your subconscious mind, because the most repetitive and emotional information, energy, and content will ultimately be stored and programmed in the subconscious mind. You know, another example of that might be, you know, when somebody has their parents get divorced, and maybe it was a very, 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 very tough situation for the child or for the children. You might be programmed to believe that love is pain, or there's no true love out there, right? It's not true. It's because our subconscious mind doesn't have the ability to reason. It doesn't have the ability to say, is this true? It just accepts whatever is repetitively programmed and with emotion. Whereas your conscious mind is the part of you that says, okay, I think I could do that. I think I could make this happen. Yeah, I think I could go back to school and I could, you know, get my degree, and this will help my children in this way. And, you know, I think I could lose 20 pounds if I do this and this, and I could earn an extra this amount of money, and I could go live here now in the world. That's your conscious mind. Now, the way to access the subconscious is repetition. That's why I always talk about my success hypnosis. It's the best thing you can use to start to get emotionally involved with a new idea about prosperity, abundance, success, so that it can seep into the subconscious mind. So you can download that down below, jakeshypnosis.com. And just remember that the words you're repeating, the things you're saying on a regular basis, are imprinting your subconscious. So the question is not just what do you want, it's what are you thinking about what you want? What are you thinking about yourself? And right now, make a decision with me, make a choice with me that in this moment you're going to use your free will to only focus on what you want and prosperous, abundant, and successful and joyful thoughts around it. So last but not least, the focus of your subconscious mind is to store and retrieve data. It's to store and retrieve information. And its singular job is to ensure that you respond the way that you've been programmed. It's to ensure that unconsciously, automatically, your reality and you as an individual show up the way that you've been programmed. So that's why it's like crazy. It's the coolest thing to me, because if that's so, then I can literally write the hardwire, the software, the algorithm that will control my life. You can write the algorithm that can control your life. Just like, you know, every time when you go onto Google and you type in basketball on Google, or you type in the letter B, because you've searched basketball a lot on Google, Google knows what you want, so you type the letter B and basketball shows up. Let's say you always search for health stuff online. When you go to type the G, just the G on Google, green juice pops up because you've searched it before. The algorithm knows what you want, and unconsciously it makes it the easiest way for you to get to what you're programmed and what you habitually do. Your subconscious mind works the same way. Your life is governed by the same principle. It's the same thing as when you set a thermostat on a wall for 75 degrees, but outside it's 10 degrees. It's freezing outside, but you get every single door and window open. What's gonna happen to the thermostat? It's gonna kick up to like 95 degrees, shoot even hotter air out, because it's trying to combat the cold weather so that it can keep it at what it's originally programmed for, at 75 degrees. So we're doing the same thing. And so that all being so, I get to control my algorithm. You get to control your algorithm. You get to control your bank account, your love life, what you think about yourself, your health, where you live. You control it, but first you gotta get to the unconscious program. And so if you've been starting to do that, don't get discouraged. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take some time. Or it may happen really fast, instantly. Everything you want shows up because this all clicks, this video makes sense. But here's the big thing. When you understand the principle, you just gotta keep working the principle. Repetition, understanding that my subconscious controls it, and asking myself, what are my beliefs? What are my beliefs about myself, about happiness, about life, about my future, about money, about love, about happiness, about what I can create? What are my big dreams, and what do I believe about whether they're possible or not? And when we get to those programs and we rewrite them, life changes fast. And so, you know, I'm on a mission to share these ideas because they've changed my life. I've seen them change thousands of people's lives. And I want to share this because it's so powerful when you truly understand, okay, the way my life works is subconscious programming. I'm going to rewrite it. The power of the subconscious mind is so incredible, and I understand how it works, and I'm not going to let anything outside of myself control my life, because I know unconsciously, subconsciously, I'm actually controlling my life, or the subconscious pattern is controlling it. So I'm gonna brainwash that pattern. I'm gonna hijack that pattern and rewrite it exactly the way that I want. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Download my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind down below. JakesHypnosis.com down below. Press the subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the bell notification in the corner. I created a software, a piece of technology called the Neuroprogrammer that's designed in order to reactivate different brain cells, to rewire the actual fabrics and matter of the brain in alignment with what we want. Because every time we think a thought, what happens is it's called Hebb's Law in neuroscience. What happens is brain cells that fire together wire together. Our brain hardwires based off of the ways we habitually think or our life circumstances are. So I created this piece of technology that's designed in order to start to stimulate the brain in a different way so we can rewire the brain towards what we want. So that's down below too. It's just www.thesecondmind.com. You can demo that. Have a beautiful day. Let me know where in the world you're coming from. I'm in Maui. Looks like it's a sunny day today. We've had a little bit of a windstorm. Hoping to go to the beach. Wishing you an amazing day. See you soon.